Hey Panthers fans, you honestly won't believe this. A massive statement from rugby league legend Billy Slater has just sparked huge concern around our club. I'm about to break everything down for you, but before we get into it, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe, because this is the place to stay updated with all the latest Pernith Panthers news. Billy Slater's comments sent shockwaves across the NRL because he didn't treat Ivan Cleary'S departure like just another coaching change. Far from it. His analysis made it crystal clear this situation is much bigger than simply replacing the bloke in charge. We are talking about the possible end of a historic era in the NRL, an era that turned Penrith into one of the most dominant, respected and feared clubs in the competition. For years, the Panthers have built a standard of excellence that almost no other club has been able to match. The club became the benchmark for player development, winning culture, competitive mentality, and stability. And every bit of that has Ivan Cleary'S fingerprints all over it. Slater made it clear that the early announcement about Cleary stepping down was an incredibly strategic move. According to him, Penrith is trying to avoid the exact thing that destroys sporting dynasties: internal chaos caused by unexpected change. By announcing now that he'll leave after the 2027 season, Cleary gives the club time to manage the transition in a calmer, more stable, and far less damaging way. This shows Penrith doesn't just want to survive after Cleary leaves, they want to protect the legacy that's been built over the last several years. That's exactly why this news hit Panthers fans so hard. Deep down, everyone understands something that's difficult to accept in sport. Some people simply feel irreplaceable. And that's exactly what Ivan Cleary has become at Penrith. Even knowing he'll remain at the club until 2027, the feeling of change has already started. Fans know the clock is ticking. And maybe that's what makes this entire story feel so emotional. Another detail that grabbed massive attention was the decision to have Peter Wallace as the next man to take over. Billy Slater spoke heavily about that too, pointing out that it clearly shows the club's plan: maintain continuity of the winning system. Penrith doesn't want a revolution. They don't want to completely change the identity of the side. The goal is to preserve the DNA that turned the Panthers into a historic NRL powerhouse. And that's where one of the biggest challenges of this transition begins. Slater also highlighted something a lot of people might not fully understand yet: Ivan Cleary remaining involved as a culture consultant from 2028 onwards. That shows the club fully understands the risks surrounding this transition. Penrith knows they can't just completely remove Cleary's presence from the club overnight. The fear is losing the exact thing that made the Panthers different from everyone else: the winning culture. And now, there's only one question left to answer: can the empire built by Ivan Cleary survive without Ivan Cleary in charge? Now I want your honest opinion, Panthers fans. Do you believe the club can stay dominant after Ivan Cleary leaves? Is Peter Wallace truly the right man to take on this enormous challenge? Or is there a real danger that we could be watching the end of the most successful era in recent Panthers history? Drop your thoughts in the comments because your opinion matters massively to our community. But Panthers fans, we're not stopping there, because there's another huge story coming out of Penrith that's shaking up the entire NRL right now. The rest of the NRL is finally starting to admit something many people were probably too scared to say out loud: the Penrith Panthers are still the team to beat, and the scariest part for rival clubs is that this side somehow looks like it's getting even stronger. While other clubs are desperately trying to find consistency and stability, Penrith keeps dominating games, suffocating opponents, and showing very real signs that another historic chapter could be unfolding right in front of us. After the team's latest performances, commentators, former players, and Australian rugby league journalists have started naming the Panthers as premiership favourites once again. But what's really grabbing attention isn't just the fact Penrith keeps winning. What's terrifying the rest of the competition is the way this club appears to be building for the future despite all the uncertainty surrounding Ivan Cleary's eventual exit, and potentially Nathan Cleary's future down the track as well. The side continues to play with unbelievable intensity. The tactical discipline remains elite. The defensive standards are still absolutely brutal. And honestly, it might be the defense that's convincing so many people the Panthers can genuinely win another title. Great attacking teams come and go in the NRL all the time. But teams capable of suffocating opponents for the full 80 minutes? That's rare. Very rare. And Penrith has started showing exactly that standard again. The defensive numbers stunned the league. Freddie Lussick led the side with a massive 48 tackles in a performance many analysts called one of the best defensive efforts of the round. Alongside him, Isaiah Yeo finished with 41 tackles, Papali'i delivered 39 and Lindsay Smith added 36. These aren't just empty statistics. These are players representing exactly what turned Penrith into a powerhouse: complete commitment to the team-first system. Papali'i has also been heavily praised as one of the most important pieces for the future of the club. His physicality, intensity, and defensive ability have convinced many analysts he could become one of the pillars of Penrith's next generation. And when people talk about Lindsey Smith, the feeling is very similar. There's growing confidence that he's ready to take on even bigger responsibilities moving forward. Sources close to the club say the players have become extremely motivated by recent criticism and doubts surrounding the team's future. A lot of players reportedly viewed the talk about the end of the dynasty as disrespect towards the work still being done every single day inside the club. Now I want your honest opinion again, Panthers fans. Do you believe this team is genuinely ready to win another NRL premiership? Can players like Freddie Lussick, Papali'i, and Lindsey Smith become the new pillars of the next great Panthers era? Or do you still think the future of the club depends too heavily on Ivan Cleary and Nathan Cleary? Drop your thoughts below because the fans' opinion matters enormously at this stage of the season. And of course, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any breaking Penrith Panthers news.